Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was very restless. His mind was always full of thoughts. All day long, different thoughts came and went, and these thoughts made him feel uneasy and tired. He always felt sad about his past and worried a lot about the future. Because of these thoughts, his mind was like a storm. He couldn't feel calm, couldn't sleep well, and even forgot how to smile. One day, Marco heard about a faraway village in the hills. People said that a wise old man lived there. That man used to be a famous psychologist in the city. He had helped many people in his life and had taught them how to find peace in their minds. Now he was old. He left the busy life of the city and started living in a quiet village close to nature. Sometimes he gave advice to visitors. Marco became curious and hopeful. He decided that he must go and meet that old man. He thought, maybe this wise man can help me find peace. After many days of a long and tiring journey, Marco reached the village in the hills. When he got there, he saw a small house covered with greenery. On the porch of the house, the old man was sitting quietly. His eyes were closed and he looked very peaceful. Marco walked up to him and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and gave a calm smile. He said, "So, you are looking for peace? Then come with me. I will give you a small task." He took Marco to his little yard. Then he filled a glass with water, completely full to the top. The glass was so full that even a little shake would make the water spill. He gave the glass to Marco and said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and then come back. But remember, you must not spill even one drop of water." Marco looked at him with surprise, but he wanted to do his best, so he accepted the challenge. He held the glass carefully and started walking. The road was narrow and busy. Some people were walking, some were running. Shopkeepers were calling customers, and dogs were barking. But Marco did not look around. His eyes stayed only on the glass. He walked slowly and carefully, step by step. People looked at him with surprise, but no one disturbed him. They knew he was learning something important. Finally, Marco came back to the old man and said, "Grandfather, I did it. I didn't spill even one drop of water." The old man nodded and smiled. Then he asked, "That's good. But tell me, did you see the children playing on the side of the road? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco looked surprised and said, "No, I didn't see or hear anything. I was only focusing on the glass." The old man smiled again and said gently, "That is the secret. Something that was always inside you, but you didn't know. When your mind stays in the present moment, then there is no space for fear, no confusion, and no extra thoughts. You were only thinking about the water in the glass. At that time, your mind became completely quiet. You were not sad about the past. You were not afraid of the future." Slowly, Marco began to understand. This was the peace he was searching for. Peace is not something we find outside. Peace is already inside us when we live in the present moment. Marco bowed his head and said softly, "Grandfather, now I understand. If I want to calm my mind, I must keep my mind in this moment. That is when real peace comes." The old man smiled again. The sun was setting, and the last light touched the ground. Birds were flying back to their nests. Marco started walking back home. But now, he was not the same restless young man. He had changed. He was peaceful inside, because now he knew how to calm the mind. If you liked the story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.